I've browsed through thousands of games, and it's very often a rare occurrence to come across a game developed by talented indie developers with specific features that you just don't see anywhere else. And one that fully utilizes these elements to their fullest in brilliant ways to reinforce the message that they may be attempting to express in some specific way. Ask yourself this: how does the title Before Your Eyes sound to you? How does it stand out on its own in your own mind? It's a very striking title in and of itself. This emotional and personal story about the passage of time is a concept that we are all too familiar with as we watch life pass us by with each and every day, never knowing what we will remember and what will ultimately be forgotten or when our time is up. Using your webcam before your eyes captures your very own eyes, making this a much more personal approach to a story-driven experience. When you blink, the game will jump forward, which then forces you to miss out on valuable seconds and minutes of story that you would have otherwise been able to experience. But due to the inevitability of needing to blink, it's only a matter of time. It really makes you feel powerless and shows you just how little influence you have over these things that are far more than yourself. That being the passage of time and the ability to reach out and to hold on to each and every moment. A quote like "take a picture because it'll last longer" works fantastic here, and is one that is also reflected in the actual gameplay, since the idea here is that memories will fade but the images that you take will last a lifetime. This helps to retain events in your life that can then be recalled upon in the future when you do start to eventually forget, no matter how hard you try. Before Your Eyes is quite simple. It uses gentle and light colors and presentations to help you keep your eyes open, so you don't have to worry about cheap attempts that try to make you blink, such as sudden bright lights. It moves at a very slow and calm pace, following yourself and your eyes. Playing this game back in 2021, it didn't really give me many thoughts, since I was just hopping around trying new things to see what would click, as I was looking for a cheap and brief entertainment rather than some emotionally drawn out experience. It's much more than a fascinating concept. At this point in time, I was seeing the world in a different light than I did when I originally played through this game, so this is the type of game that will hit harder for some more than others, especially if they are able to put themselves in the mind and lifestyle of the player character. It's incredibly emotional, especially for individuals who have experienced more loneliness in their lives than others who grew up with a bright future and support to get them through all of the hardest parts in their lives. There isn't much to it other than trying to calm down in an attempt to keep your eyes open so you can take everything in before it passes you by. It's not a walking simulator, or a puzzle game, or even an action game. It's a very brief and strong story that holds you down in your chair and tells you a story that you cannot help but close your eyes to, no matter how much you want to keep them open, whether it's because of the tears welling up or because you just can't stop blinking. Now, in my own experience, this game really hits me a little bit too hard on my second playthrough with the storytelling, where I had to pause the game and stop playing completely because it was getting far more relatable than I had previously anticipated. More players should give this game a chance, especially if they are seeking an experience that will actually make them genuinely cry and feel things, even if they believe nothing in this world could ever make them do so. I truly do believe that this is one of the most well-developed indie games with thought-provoking, emotionally intense experiences unlike any other game you will ever play. However, if you are the type of person who uses video games to escape reality, I believe it will be for your best interests and for your mental health to avoid this game for now, since it is a game that will slam you back into the pure reality that we all try to escape from.